What's up, guys? Alex here. Thank you for everyone who's tuning in. My camera isn't working right now, but that's a issue for a different time. Uh, Thank you for all being here and joining me instead of Mark, because there are some things that I'm not very happy with, and I think it's important to let them know about it. That's one of the main things here. Yeah, Kayshana, that's a link. So you can just click on that, please. Please and thank you. And by the way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a camera that works, basically when my phone recharges. So we're just going to wait a couple minutes for people to come on. Kayshana, you can click on the link, and that'll take you to it. It sucks that my phone died, though. Because I would have posted this on Instagram and all that, and I would have done a lot more awareness, basically.
Hello.
Shauna, would have posted this on Instagram and all that. Can you hear me? And I would have done a lot more awareness, basically.
Hello.
Shauna.
Hey. Hello. Yeah, I
I
can
think
hear
there's
you.
a little bit of a delay here. Hold on a
Hold
second.
on.
I don't know. How you doing?
Hello. Yeah, I
I
can
think
hear
there's
you.
a little bit of a delay here. Hold on. What is happening? Hold on. So, okay, Shauna, tell me your initial thoughts on this.
Uh, am I supposed to be am I supposed to be
So,
on here
Shauna,
on the
tell me your initial thoughts. Yeah,
okay.
you
I
can be on
mean,
here.
hey, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting to be on. It's
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, hey, hold on a second. What is going on here?
Done.
Do you hear that, like that echo? Hey, Jeremy's Autistic Vlogs, you want to join the show? We're protesting right now. I'd love it if you could come on, man. I'm glad everyone is here, though, that's watching this. It means a lot to me.
Hello.
Hello, we can hear you, Kayshana. Yep. Everyone is here, though, that's watching this. It means a lot to me. How are you,
Hey
man?
guys,
Hello.
doing good.
This is Jeremy's Autistic Vlogs. Did you mind telling me a little bit about yourself? How are you,
Well,
man?
my name's Jeremy. I have autism. I have a son who also has autism.
Okay.
I'm I'm 29 years old, and my son is only 6 years old.
Gotcha. I see a lot of your shows, like your videos. You do a lot of really cool trick shots and all that.
Yeah, but I'm actually trying to bring back my show that used to be on regular TV. The show is
Okay.
called Life with Jeremy,
It was
but it
actually
was all because
it was actually on TV.
it really was, but the thing is, they took my show off the air because there was an email that was sent to the network by a special needs agency
Okay.
that I used to go to, and they got jealous of me because more special needs people wanted to see my show.
Okay.
But apparently the network took it off the air, but they didn't consult me. They didn't talk to me about it. Nothing.
Man, that sucks.
So now I'm trying to bring the show back, except I'm trying to bring the show back on YouTube.
I gotcha.
And the thing is, once I hit my 2K, once I hit 2,000 subscribers, that will be possible for me to get my show back.
Well, I wish you the best of luck.
Mm-hmm. Yep, because I really need it in the long run.
Yeah, you got this. So you can come back if you want.
So what you been up to, man?
I just finished up with school, so I have a lot more free time on my hands. And I think it's good that I'm doing this. Because I don't know if you've know about the Mark Rober stuff, but it's messed up. And if you do, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it.
Thoughts on what?
The Mark Rober protest, the Mark Rober stream. What do you think of that?
We're talking about that stream that you did when you were shouting everybody out.
No, I'm talking about the stream. There's a stream going on right now, dedicated to raising awareness of autism. But the problem is that there's no autistic YouTubers in there.
Hey, Kai.
But hey,
Hello?
Kai, can you mute the stream right now?
Hey, Kai.
Hello?
Okay, Kai, I'd like you to mute your stream, please. Are you watching it right now?
Huh? Hello?
Okay, Kai, I'd like you to mute your stream, please. Are you watching it right now? Okay, here's what I think. Okay, here's what I think is happening. I think that you're watching the stream, and the stream is projecting the computer noise.
Hello?
Yeah. Okay, so you can keep watching the stream, but just mute it, right?
Yeah. Hello?
Okay. Hi. We can hear you. Yeah, we're good.
Okay, I think that's better because I mean, me personally, I don't join other YouTubers lives or whatever because it's it's a little wonky for me, if you will. Um,
Well, I really want to hear what you have to say,
oh, I hope
cause
this one, oh man, you don't want this to turn into a lecture.
yeah,
Because this might turn into an hour lecture. So yeah.
go for it. Yeah, we'd love to hear it.
Okay. And where do I even start? Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start with this. I'm gonna start with a quote from the video game Choices Stories You Play that I play all the time. It says, "It's not your job to sit around and wait for other people to understand you."
Exactly. Yeah.
And I
Yes, yeah.
totally agree with that because you get these people who, and to be honest, it starts with us. It starts with us as a community to not fight against each other. Because there is ableism and discrimination within the disability communities.
Absolutely.
I've seen that. I've said to many people, it starts with us as a group to get along and to understand each other's needs and wants and whatever.
Hey,
And then
Brandon.
Hey,
hello, and then it moves on from us to the non-disabled people because
Mhm.
you can't be fighting each other and another group of people at the same time. That's a whole war.
Well,
You
and
know?
that's a big problem in our community today because our community is really against each other a lot these days.
Oh, wow.
Wait, why is that? I just want to why is that a
Well,
thing?
it's because of the diversity that we have. Like not every autistic thinks that certain people are autistic. Like
Yeah,
all of us, we're very high functioning. If someone saw us, they quote unquote couldn't tell that we were. So that's a big problem right there.
Okay, I have let me elaborate on what you two have basically said.
Okay.
Like I have personally like thing is besides YouTube I do Instagram. And
Mm.
on Instagram I actually seen where people like us fought each other. And the thing is, and some of the stuff that people be some of the stuff that we be fighting about isn't just those problems there. Sometimes sometimes one of us bring up some about politics.
Mm.
Like
Right.
politics ruins everything.
But it's
They
That's
important
ruin
though.
that's true.
ruin
But it's
relationships. They even ruin families and breaks each other apart.
I completely
Politics
agree.
ruins a community.
I'm
What
sorry, Brandon. What were you saying?
can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yep.
But it's important though. It's extremely important. Without politics, I politics is an extremely important part of communicating the struggles that we face as an autistic community, right?
true.
That's true, and I really don't think that like one specific side is against helping us. I think both of them want to help us, and that's something that I'm very fortunate for because it shows that like it's not a very complicated issue that we want that like other people want to help us. So that's good.
Yeah. I mean, economics is a political issue as well, right? And I think that economics is the most important issue regarding our community. So I think it's extremely important that we bring it up. Right.
But,
By the
but
way,
the thing is, like we like those charities are getting money, but they're not doing anything with it.
yeah,
Um,
nothing changes.
but but the question is, like, what will happen if they do? They get the money and use it for good. Like, do you think anything good will happen? Um,
No, absolutely
yeah,
not. If we wanted to employ, sorry, to help this community, what we would need is employment, essentially, and making a few $1 million donations, which we have no idea where this money goes to. By the way,
exactly.
we
Yeah,
have they don't disclose exactly where this money goes to. We have no idea where. By the way, are we allowed to swear on this stream? Because you said before, I asked you. You said we can have some anger and some 18+ swearing in here.
Oh, and you
uh,
know what else?
I don't know, man.
Like,
Because
like for like, cause see, I was in a relationship with somebody once before, and thing is, they did not like the same person I like. Like, thing is, okay, I'm gonna use colors here, but I'm not gonna say the actual party name because I don't want anybody getting in trouble.
Excuse me for a sec, guys. You guys can talk amongst yours. No cussing. Yeah, okay. Um,
no,
I
no
think it's
cussing.
important. Well, I think it's important to have like civil conversations, because that's what's really going to change Mark's
Cause
mind.
I,
see,
I feel like we need a bit of anger too. just a
like
bit.
for example, I actually have an ex-girlfriend who always talked about politics, but the thing is, the guy that's on the red side was actually racist against my skin color.
Right.
Like
Like,
I'm African American and I'm Native American, but the guy on the red side was racist against both.
wow. Can I like picture him? Like, I just want to say this: racism in itself should not exist, but it exists. And I'm not gonna even go into a whole spiel about that. I'm not even gonna even continue that conversation. All I want to know is why is it so bad for disabled people to be accepted? And I think it starts with going back, looking back at history, how it started, how can we move on? You know, how can we build unity? That's one thing that needs to happen. We need to form unity instead of breaking each other apart and tearing down each other like no tomorrow, like you know what I mean? Like unity is the one thing that's gonna hold us together.
I agree with you.
Not breaking each other down
Agree.
because of politics, not breaking us down because of our differences, coming together and actually trying our best to understand each other amongst the human species without
Yeah,
tearing each other apart like
and
we're
do
a
you know what?
lion and a tiger in a cage. I mean, come on.
But you know what? Here's the problem, though. We're never going to even begin to understand each other if there's no economic justice, right?
Yeah,
I'm never going to expect
true.
a poor white supremacist to ever remove racism from his life without giving him economic justice.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Kind of started having a flashback whenever you said that. Cause you know what?
Boy,
I have actually been shot at by one.
that's
Trust
terrible.
me.
Oh,
That's
geez, I
terrible.
just got back. That's an interesting time to come back. What's the story there?
I'm just saying that unity, of course, is important, but how are you ever going to expect unity without economic justice? I think
I got you.
without making economic justice the main point of discussion, then I don't even think we can begin to talk about unity. That's why clowns, at least you guys live in the United States. I live in Canada right now, but clowns like Joe Biden make these speeches of unity. We're going to use our American values
Mm.
to create unity. We need unity to divide this country. Sorry, to bring back the country from this division we have. This is bullshit. If you don't have any economic justice, if you don't have any sort of ways that these people can meet their basic needs
Well,
easily,
thing is,
then it's no there's
yeah,
no point in
yeah, but
discussing.
then what do you think? Yeah, but then what do you think about what Trump did?
Mm,
What do you mean?
I mean, you said Biden, so I had to bring up Trump.
Oh no, they're both terrible. They're both terrible people.
Ugh,
I
tell
mean,
me about it. I
I
mean,
mean, George
see,
Washington
let
is rolling
like
in
for
his grave right now, right?
for example, let me tell you what made me so pissed off at Trump. He called my race thugs just because
mm-mm,
we did
mm-mm.
not like the fact that police officers would sit on our necks
Right.
while arresting us. That's bullshit.
True.
Mm.
And
Okay.
I completely agree with you. But to bring it back to the autism topic, I find laughable, absolutely disgusting and laughable, that people think that we're ever going to have a happy, functioning autistic community
I
if there's no sort
mean,
of economic justice. If people are talking about, oh, let's advocate for autism, let's spread awareness so that we can treat people with autism better.
can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I really hate to like interrupt. People always say like, "Excuse me," or whatever. But first off, like, w- uh, first of all, y'all can take awareness and like shove it up who knows what, because there's no way in heck that people out here who are quote unquote advocating for disability and saying, "Oh well, I'm advocating for my kid." Well, if you're trying to advocate for your kid so much, why are you putting your kid through ABA, which is a very abusive
Fact.
like, and
Uh,
then why are you ignoring, these autistic adults who are trying to point you into the right direction? They're not trying to make you change your mind. No one can make you change your mind. We're just trying to point you into the direction that's going to allow your kid to be who they are, be themselves, and also be successful in their own way without forcing them to be neurotypical. That's what I don't understand. I mean, I have nothing against parents. I have nothing against therapists. It's just the way the system, the way the therapy is set up. The therapy is still the same. We're not saying therapists out here are abusing kids. No, we're saying that therapy in itself needs to change, or it needs to be banned altogether. One of the two. And another thing that just irritates me is just listen to us, man. It's not that hard. Especially Marco Robo. I mean, come on, yes, you have good intentions. Yes, we should not be throwing hate at you like this. Because I've seen some nasty stuff. I've seen some disgusting stuff said about Marco Robo. He
Yeah,
has good
if Mark
intentions.
sees this, like we're definitely not throwing hate at you. Like we
We
know you
just
have
want you to
good.
understand. We just want you to see like what you are supporting ain't it. You're supporting these charities that are trying to get rid of us as people. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, come on. I mean, be honest. I mean, you have all these adults who are out here trying to point you into the right direction, who have, or who have, similar struggles to your kids. No, we're not like your kids because I mean, yeah, okay, in a way we are like your kids, but no, we are not like your kids who you know need more support or whatever. But we have similar struggles. We have similar sensory needs. We have similar stims. Because we're on a spectrum altogether. And they fail to realize that because they just focus on behaviors rather than seeing past that and say, okay, that's who my kid is. I'm gonna let them do that, do whatever, but I'm gonna, make sure that they're not hurting anybody else or hurting themselves and they're able to be independent on their own timeline. You know, and I had to say
Hey
another thing.
guys, I'm about to get off. I'm about to get off here because guess what? There's somebody at my front door.
There is okay. All right, man.
Probably the
Um,
landlord.
would you be able to like come back on later?
Yeah, I'll be back on later.
All right. Well, thanks
Um,
for coming on. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I was making a
Okay, I
point.
want to address this
Okay.
deeper. Okay, so I don't dislike him because he's smarter than me. I dislike him because he didn't include a single autistic creator, and it's really easy to do that. So this more seems like a money grab than it is actually raising awareness for autism.
I mean, I get it. You're trying to do something, but don't go above your means to try and exclude the people who are trying to like teach you something. Don't
Exactly, yeah.
don't.
And I know a friend, like Mark Rober's friend on the spectrum, actually talked to him, and he did make some adjustments to that stream. So I do appreciate that, but at the same time, like he really should have done more research for this.
I
I was
mean,
I was trying to make a good point earlier, but I was cut off, and then we derailed onto a completely different point.
Yeah,
But
what's up?
it's all good. Just keep on going on.
Okay, but that actually brings up an important question. Like, why didn't Mark Rober have any autistic YouTubers in this? What do you think that?
yeah. Sorry, I'm playing this game. This game has been like absolutely funny and serious at the same time. It's a pretty good game, but I'm still trying to like stay serious about this stuff because what is it gonna take? What is it gonna take for people to really understand and accept this? Is it gonna take something so drastic to get them to finally like hear us, or are
But
these
but
kids
what do you
gonna
think about my
continue?
question, Kai? Like like why do you think Mark Rober didn't have any autistic YouTubers?
That's
Because
what I'm
that's a
saying.
very important question.
Like the thing is, there are so many autistic creators and adults out here who are trying to like educate people,
Yeah,
and it's like, oh well, you're not my kid, you're not like my kid, that this therapy helps. No, we're actually trying to tell you, like this therapy does not help. Whatever you're like, it's just like such ignorance and ableism to the point where I'm just like, screw this. I'm just gonna let nature take its course because it's like we're doing everything we can. We're only human. Like, I mean, come on. You ignoring us and deleting comments ain't really helping matters either, because it's like it's showing me you don't want to be called out on your BS. It's showing me you have very little care about what we have to say, and you're only worried about what your kid is going through and how to like reduce, their behaviors and whatever. And it's like, bro, we're out here trying to literally educate people.
Yeah, and that's an important point. Like when they did, like when people did shout out that website and like say that's not a good website, he deleted those comments, and that's really interesting to me.
I mean, I didn't even know he was deleting comments until I started reading stuff on Instagram. That's when stuff really, started hitting the fan or whatever. I was just like looking at posts on Instagram. I'm just like, who's this Mark Robo guy? And so I like watched his video. I had to watch his video like actually 3 times to actually really like figure out. Like the first time I watched it, it was like,
Well,
I kind
in
of don't
general,
like.
he's a really good guy. He makes good videos.
Yeah, but I mean, his video, like about his son, he had good intentions, yeah. But some of the stuff he said about, you know, he said special needs and normal functioning, like the little, stuff he said I kind of didn't agree with. I'm like, I'm not gonna throw shade and hate on you because of this. I'm
Right.
just upset because you didn't consult, an actual autistic person. You didn't
Exactly.
actually say, okay, I'm gonna like ask these people who actually, are going through this experience. I'm gonna, actually do my research and like I'm not saying he didn't do his research. I'm just saying like I
Hmm.
mean he may not. I don't know the guy.
You
I
know,
don't even watch his videos, but
I just gotta say, if he didn't do his research, he would do Autism Speaks. Because let's be real here, like,
I mean that's the number one thing people go to when they think of autism. That's the
right?
number one thing they go to because
Eight, eight
they
two,
got their pockets full with money that they're shelling out to these campaigns like, oh well, a lot of my political.
AQWRY7. We're because Mark Rober didn't have a single autistic creator. It was all neurotypicals. And also, what he did was it's the cure of autism. So we don't like that.
Right.
That's why we're protesting.
And then there's another one that this I looked up that next for autism whatever,
Hmm.
and they deleted their mission statement about the prevention of
And it's
autism.
basically like Autism Speaks more subtle brother, basically.
Basically, they're just trying to not get caught out on the BS. That's why they don't want to be called out. I mean, come on, any corporation or organization or whatever is gonna try to save face and cover up their butts because they don't want to be called out. Like, come on, it's true. Every corporation has done it at some point or another. You know, you can't hide from the truth. The truth is gonna find you one way or another. That's just
Definitely.
it's like we're trying to help you understand our community, and you
What can be the
shouldn't.
best thing that we can happen for our community? What is the biggest thing that can help us right now?
I
Well,
think by actually listening to us and not shutting us out and ignoring us and
I mean,
whatever.
like in terms of
wait,
what can
hold
materially
on a
change
sec.
for us.
All
Materially
this is
change.
gonna get you is just like some people will troll you. You know, that's fine. Like, all that matters to me is that I get the word out there and like people. I let people know how I feel and like how the majority of this community feels. It's not about likes or views for me. It's about like actually supporting autistic creators because Mark Rober's stream isn't doing that. So I don't care about the trolls.
Yeah, screw the trolls. I don't give a shit about them. What is one thing that can materially change for us that will help us in a great way?
Employment,
Employment. I agree with you.
yeah, and that's really the thing I'm focused on with this is because like really there's no exactly seven halves. It's not about just likes or likes. It's about doing the right thing. Absolutely. Um, but the nobody is more discriminated against in the workforce than people with autism. I think it's like 4 times higher than any other like group of people, which is horrible. Um, and hiring events are really easy to do, and it's even more simple to do it for just a specific group, like people with autism. And normally I would say that's like taking, like basically favoritizing a certain group of people. But honestly, I think we just kind of deserve that at that point. Like, I think we deserve to have more attention, right?
Definitely, but
Okay.
I don't think that. But what I think we should be a bit more concerned with is like what can materially change rather than just talking about what we want to talk about, right?
Right.
Once we get heard, okay, great, but what do we want to change though, right? That shouldn't that be the more concerning subject?
AQ, I'm blocking you for 5 minutes because like that's not cool. Sorry. But yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Because our just wanted to point out the suicide rate for the autistic community is 3 to 4 times higher than what the neurotypical community is, and
Yeah.
the reasons are quite obvious. And
And given
the best these corporations can do is say, "Oh, autism awareness. Oh, we got to get that awareness out there that these people are actually people, and they're not that these people aren't just useless." Useless wastaways, right? I mean, these people are actually functioning parts of the people of society, right?
for sure.
Yeah.
And really, I think the ties with unemployment and suicide rates are really close. When it
Yeah.
comes to this, like we're 4 times more unemployed and we're 4 times more suicidal. That's just how it is.
Right. I mean, why? Like the big question is like, I don't think that people, 86% of the community is generally okay with living on government subsidies for the rest of their lives, which are very low, by the way.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're going to be owning a house or anything. You're going to be owning a room in a house if you're lucky,
Mm-hmm.
probably with your parents if you have that luxury. And you're not going to be living a very productive lifestyle that's full of enjoyment. It's mainly going to be staying at home, staycation, I guess, and it's very depressing,
Mm-hmm.
which is the reality, right? I mean, living on what $1,400 a month isn't that good, especially in this crazy capitalist economy.
Right.
Um,
Like you cannot survive on $1,400 a month.
Yeah, I mean, rent in most of Canada is more than $1,400.
Is it really?
14, yeah. I mean, in Toronto, to even get a 1 bedroom apartment is now $2,200 or something like
Well,
that.
in Toronto, that makes sense.
Well, yeah, but even when you go like north of Toronto, you're still looking close to 1,200 or more.
That's nuts.
Yeah. So.
I think it's just even I don't know. I guess you have to take one step at a time. I think that's
Yeah.
what it takes. I mean, it's exhausting, it's draining, it's absolutely ridiculous that we have to fight so hard to, not just as autistic people, disabled people in general. And I'm not just excluding, I'm not excluding, people of color. I'm not excluding, people who have, fought hard to be heard and seen, but the disabled community, I guess it is vulnerable, in a way because people always have seen disabled people as a burden or a problem, and I'm not saying
Mhm.
that it's not still there to this day. It's just seriously, and it's upsetting that we have to go through this because it's like really, well, man. It's upsetting. It's upsetting. It is. It's tiring to talk about it because we fought too hard. We're still fighting. We shouldn't be fighting, but we all, I mean, we've come a long way. Don't get me wrong.
Hey,
We've come a
Duper,
long way,
could
but
you tell me why we're losers? Could you give me an example why that is?
what?
I want to know.
Why? What is?
Don't even entertain him, bro. Just throw out a ban. Don't even entertain him.
Well, I want to get an answer why.
No, the guy won't have any sort of rational answer to back up his claim. Just don't even entertain it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't even entertain it. Throw it to Ben. Go fuck him, bro. Throw it to Ben.
Well, I think like I don't mind trolls, right? Like
I don't mind him either, but when you ask for reasons and stuff, like you're entertaining them. You're essentially feeding them, right? Don't even entertain them.
He said no. He said he's not gonna. Yeah, just random gibberish bullshit. So
yeah, just throw it to Ben, man. Just throw it out. Easy.
Yeah.
I don't think we should see this garbage in chat.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because I mean we're doing what's best for us, right? Like people just can't respect that. But really, I think people like this are part of the problem. Like just these trolls that don't,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he just deleted all his or maybe that's what happens when
Did you throw it to Ben?
I blocked him for 5 minutes.
I would just throw it to a permanent ban at that point, to be honest.
Yeah. Let's see if he comes back.
Their behavior won't change in 5 minutes. I can guarantee that. I've been professionally moderating Warner Bros. Servers for 4 years, and I can tell you that people like that, they ain't changing.
Yeah.
They are there to make you upset, and they love it.
Well, it's not going to work for me, so. 7/2, I appreciate you doing some actually productive comments. Thank you for that.
Yo, shout out to 7/2 in chat.
Mm-hmm.
Guy's an absolute mad lad.
I might make you a mod.
Yeah, make 7/2 a mod. That'd be good.
Let me see. Oh no, I can only put him in timeout to block him.
What? Huh. That's strange.
Well. Anyway, so next question I have is, do you think this like is all about the money, or do you think there's like something actually good behind this? Because I know you guys have pretty mixed beliefs on this.
Oh, it's all about the money. Absolutely. I mean, can I finish my point? Just finish my point real quick. Okay.
Yeah, Brandon, go ahead.
If it wasn't about the money, then ask yourself this one question: do you really think that Mark Rober and his little celebrity friends on the channel, do you think they're going to bring up the economy within their discussion of autism awareness? If your answer is no, then it is absolutely about the money. Because if they're raking in and they are demanding these charity donations, but at the same time they don't answer and bring up the question of how is the economy benefiting and supporting the autistic community, which it doesn't even support the neurotypical community. Let me specify that. But let alone the autistic community, then they're not even worth your time. If you talk to any autistic organization and any advocacy network or anything, if they do not mention the economy, then don't take them seriously at all. Don't give them a single minute of your time and call them out every single time. Don't give them a single fucking minute of your time, because they are wasting your time and they are looking for government subsidies for their organization, because they do receive government subsidies for their organization to stay alive, as well as they receive money directly into either to their own assets or through assets that they own somehow somewhere else through these charity donations. So don't ever take them seriously if they do not mention the subject of the economy. I'm serious.
So, but you'd be cool if they like did economy and other reasons, right? Like.
Oh yeah, of course they can do the economy and other things, but if they don't mention the economy at all, don't even take them seriously. They are snakes. They are a bunch of snake oil salesmen, and they are disgusting people.
Yeah.
And Mark Rober won't mention it on his channel, by the way. I can guarantee that. If he mentions the economy, unemployment, and how the economy is affecting our community, all right, and he actually has like a good discussion about it, then I will fucking take my PC that I use every day and I will smash it to bits, and that is a promise. But he won't.
Hey, excuse me.
7.5 says Brandon is spitting. Yeah.
Hey, I just learned something.
Go ahead.
It says something is happening that you need to know about. The Judge Rodenberg Center in Massachusetts, I can't read today. Massachusetts is still using painful electric shock devices to punish autistic and disabled people. The
Oh,
devices
jeez.
were banned by the FDA last year, but then the
Yeah.
ban was put on hold because of COVID. The JOC practices a form of behaviorism called ABA, electric shock, solitary confinement, the whole spiel. And moving on, residents have been restrained and shocked for simple things as not taking off their jackets and whatever else. It's been condemned by the UNA, United Nations, and it still remains open. Like, are you serious? Like, it says that JOC is using the delay due to COVID to try and challenge the ban in court, meaning there's a chance that the FDA ruling can be overturned.
Mm.
What
I
the
don't get.
actual bro?
I don't get how that.
Seriously? What
Yeah.
in the? I
Well,
can't
I
believe
don't get
like
how that works because, like, okay, we're blocking you, man.
I just literally found this out. Like, seriously?
No, that's crazy. I don't understand how that can work. Like, what do you mean? Like, the pandemic, like, let them lift their ban? That doesn't make any sense.
I'll be right
It
back.
doesn't make any sense.
Here's what's interesting though. I think this is really interesting. So, like, people, I don't want a cure for autism, right? Like,
Like,
yeah, he's 12, probably. Yeah. No, I don't want a cure for autism, but I think it would be good to like take away the side effects. Basically, like there are negative side effects that I would like to get rid of, and I think everyone would. Um, like if there was something that could take away the negatives of autism, but have like the positive qualities still, I'd take that. Like I'd do what I have to do to get that. It, it as long as it doesn't harm me, of course, because I don't want any harm done to me. Um, but it's interesting because I wouldn't necessarily like a cure, but I would like to like fix it almost.
yeah, I mean,
Would
I
you
don't,
like to do that too?
huh?
Would you like to do that?
Would I like to do what?
Like if you could take away the negative effects, would you?
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm trying to like hear what you're saying, but it's hard
Okay,
to.
so like
Hold on.
if we were to get a cure for autism, we would have all the negative effects taken away, right?
I mean, yeah, but I would be highly skeptical
Oh,
because
7.5. That's a good point. That's a very good question.
I would be highly skeptical because yes, you want to take the negative aspects. You don't want all these negative aspects of it. Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
I want to answer this
honest.
question. So there are actually a lot of things
I'm back.
negative that like that are not based on society. Like there are things that are objectively negative. So, for instance, we have a higher anxiety rate. We have much. We have a very high comorbidity rate, like with other diagnoses.
Mhm.
And the fact is, our lifespan is significantly shorter. So there are
Do
very
you know
negative.
that it's driven down actually by suicide? By the way, like there's so
Yeah,
many suicides in our community that it's literally driving our life expectancy average down.
but I mean, stress can kill you too.
When I looked at the stats regarding life expectancy, they said the main driver for a lower life expectancy was due to suicide. I don't know what stress has to do with it, or if it's related to like some sort of cardiovascular disease or something. But
Mhm.
suicide's the main driver of our life expectancy.
Well, 7.5. Yeah, there are things that are actually negative, but great question though. I think it's about half and half actually, like half actually negative and half like negative in society standards. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah, I mean, uh, oh, it's a lot to take in. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. It is a
I
lot
got
to
you.
take in. It is because you have to you have to take into consideration that society is gonna be society. I mean, however you see it, it's oh, man, it's
Fuck
mm,
society. We have a sick society.
You know,
yeah,
that's been that. But to be fair, that's like people say fuck society in any minority group, right? Like
right.
because let's be honest, society was made for white, straight, neurotypical men. That's what it was. And I'm 2 for 4, so
I mean, people disabled people have been looked down so much to where it's like it's considered the norm.
right.
It's like people have been looked down, especially disabled people have been looked down so much by society because it's like, oh, we see your differences, we see you on the outside, we don't see your personality or anything.
Mhm.
I'm not saying people don't do that at all. I'm not saying people don't see disabled people as people at all. It's just the way that they handle.
And, and to be fair, like it is very hard to see like people from the inside. Like based on how shallow society is, um, it's it's difficult to see people from the inside. We just like see what we see in front of us and not go any deeper than that. And I'm different because I recognize like internal battles in a way that so many people just don't, and that can't basically. Um, but I'd actually consider myself an outlier.
I think is I mean, I don't know. I think it's I'm not getting off here. I'm just gonna get off like the topic of fighting for acceptance because it drains me quickly.
I feel that
Here's what I'm doing for not just myself but just for like in general as a person who's writing stories and whatever. What I do is when I write stories about autism or if I have an autistic like character, I always write who they are as a person, you know, not their disability. It's like it's not all about their disability. You know, I write their character as a person because I want the people reading my story to see that like hello,
for sure.
this you want people to see that disability isn't, what you may think it is, you know.
I get that. Yeah,
It's tiring to talk about stuff like that because it's like you've done all you can, you're yelling into the void, because people aren't like hearing you, and it's like you're trying your hardest, and you're like at your wits end because it's like, what do you do? What do you do?
I got you.
Hey guys, would you? I I wanted to do something interesting. Would you mind if I kind of read who the guests are of the Mark Rober Autistic Show,
Yeah,
as well as go through the details of the donation process and what it goes towards?
I'd love that. Yeah,
As detailed. Okay, I want to rejoin on my phone so I can get my my face in here because I think
okay.
that's going to be really important for really communicating this across effectively. Can you send me a link on Messenger, Alex?
Yeah,
Because
I
the
got
one
you.
I think it like expired or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to send the actual StreamYard link. Yeah, okay, hold on.
Yeah, just send me the link to get in here. Not the YouTube channel, but the StreamYard one, so I can get in.
Yeah.
Man, this just pisses me off. Oh, I hate this.
I agree.
This just makes my blood boil. We're going to go through all of it, by the way. We're going to debunk this entire facade.
I'm down. Alright, I just sent you the StreamYard link so you can log off and log in again.
All right. I'm going to hop off here. All right. Let me see if it...
Oh, hold up. This is weird. Hold on. Let me close out of this. There we go.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still here.
There were two people. There were two me's for a minute. That was weird.
Yeah.
Um,
I just think as a community, we have to start with ourselves. We have to fix the internal squabble before we go outside. You know what I mean?
yeah,
We have to, because you have autistic people fighting other autistic people, not physically, but you know what I mean. Because there's so much misinformation being spread about it, to where it's like, what do you believe?
Going on my phone. It wouldn't let me.
oh, sure, that sucks.
Yeah. Anyways, let me go through this. All right. Do you mind if I?
Yeah, I'm interested in that because I have heard some things, but I haven't gotten the full details. So yeah.
All right. So this is kind of what I think is the most important part of protesting his stream. So let's first let me first off share. Can I share my screen? I can. Okay.
I did not know you could do that. It's cool.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, but I see like 10 screens. Yeah, okay.
Okay, we're good now? All right.
Yep.
Oops, not that one. Yes, this one. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't see that.
Dude, look at that chat. That's outrageous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. All right, so Coloring the Spectrum Live, Mark Rober and Jimmy Kimmel. Donate. First, they have the donate link. So join us to Color the Spectrum presented by YouTube Originals. We will be giving away a bunch of prizes. Okay, I don't know how prizes are relevant to an autism awareness channel,
Right.
first off.
Yeah.
And hearing from and playing games with all your favorite people, such as Andy Samberg and Adam Sandler, Casey Neistat, Chris Rock, Conan O'Brien, Miranda Sings, Justine, Jack Black, Jacksepticeye, John Oliver, John Stewart, Carl Jacobs, Marquez Brownlee, I don't know how to say that name,
Marquise.
Maya Rudolph, Mark Hamill, Merrill Twins, Mr. Beast, Paul Rudd, Ryden Link, Sarah Silverman, Stephen Colbert, Terry Crews, Vsauce, Zach Galifianakis, Zach Kane, plus a few more surprises. Crypto donations. Oh, they accept crypto. So, first off, let's start off. How are any of these people relevant to the movement?
They're not.
I have never seen any of these people in this entire list of people that are going to be included in here that have any relevance or have spoken up about any problems regarding our community. This is a farce.
I haven't heard a single pin drop about it. Like this, I feel like
Who are
it's
these
just
people?
I don't even know half of those people. So
I know these people. I know a lot of these people, but in relevant to our community,
they're not relevant. He's just
they're not
inviting
relevant.
them because he wants to show. He wants to put on a big face for raising awareness. Like no, stop. No, we're aware about autism. It's called freaking acceptance. That's what makes me mad because. Yes, I understand you have good intentions, but the way you're going about it is not the right way. You're supporting these children who are using freaking eugenics.
That's
For
true.
goodness sakes.
Like they don't
You're
want
not
autism
looking.
to exist.
You're
That's
not really.
eugenics.
They're not looking between the lines. They're not looking when they look at these organizations that claim to help us, they're not really looking towards the main factors. They're not reading between the lines, if you will. They're not looking at the mission statement. It's like, oh, is this a good idea to like off the next few generations of autistic people? Like, are we gonna really off the next future generations? Is that a good thing? Like, I'm being sarcastic, but I'm being serious. As come on.
Now,
Well, I mean, that's basically what they want to do, as sad as it is. Like, they want to make this the last generation with autism because they want to find a cure for it. It's like they don't want.
Finding a cure.
And when you
There
don't
is
want it
no
to
cure.
exist, guys, do it.
Stop trying to send a message that there's a cure. It's not a disease. You find cure for cancer.
Yeah.
now let's go. So you see this donation link here, right? Do you see my screen still?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see. I'm not
Let's go to the donation link because I want to examine this to make sure I want to see where my money's going.
Yeah.
All right, donation summary. You put your email, your donation link, display name, and comments. Okay, cool. That's fine. But what I'm more interested in is what is this campaign about? What is this donation thing about? Jimmy Kimmel and former NASA engineer and YouTube creator Mark Rober will host a 3-hour-long live stream event to raise money. Okay, blah, 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 with all these people. We already read that. About Next for Autism. Next for Autism transforms the national landscape of services for people with autism by strategically designing, launching, and supporting innovative programs. We believe that individuals with autism have the potential to live fulfilling, productive lives when supported by excellent services and connected to their communities. We continually ask, what's next for people on the spectrum? They have a $2 million donation cap, or donation goal, I should say.
And what are they going to do with that?
Now, they never specified what they're going to do with this. They said designing, launching, and supporting innovative programs. Okay, let's take the best case scenario. Let's say it's a program that employs people. Let's say, okay, $2 million. Let's take a salary of $50,000. Is $50,000 pretty reasonable for a salary? I don't think it's reasonable, not in this economy, but just for argument's sake, are we okay with $50,000 for a salary just for an autistic person or
You mean
a person
per
in general?
year?
Per year, yeah.
I think that's a good start.
All right, let's take $2 million. I hope that's enough zeros. Anyways,
I can barely see that. So.
Anyways, that's $20 million. Okay, $2 million divided by 50,000 people. That is 40 people that this program could support. If we were taking a best case scenario where they take a program and they are trying to support our communities, which I'd say that the most important program is employment. Now, we could only support at most 40 people with a $50,000 salary if we were to employ 40 autistic people.
Well, here's a question. Like, what if they basically do like what the government did for us during the pandemic? Like, just like a little donation, like what, 1,400 or something. Because that would be able to reach a lot more people, and it would like give people a month or two of like support, right?
Well, here's the thing. And do you know what the response would be if they ever heard my argument?
What?
They would say, "Oh, we're building programs where we're employing people to teach them job skills and interview skills. I'm going to give them." Well, that's ridiculous. Do you know why? Because we don't need these. Most of the time, we do not need these skills. We already have these skills. However,
and we're horrible at interviews, right?
Yeah. And our idiosyncrasies and things that neurotypical people do see as a red flag is what's stopping us from getting interviews. So it's $2 million. I frankly don't think $200 million could fix this issue.
That's true.
But this ridiculous notion, even if we were to assume they're talking about programs where they're teaching skills, these skills aren't relevant. These skills don't matter because you're still trying to adhere to these people's interviewing format. You're still betting on the estimation or the idea that these people will employ you. So let's say let's say that they create a program where they're teaching them, I don't know, job skills or whatever, okay, or interviewing skills. We teach them this course, but then they go into an interview, and then the interviewer, someone from HR or the hiring manager or whatever, gets them into an interview, and then they notice through the interview, through like a webcam or if it's in person, they notice that they have a bit trouble keeping eye contact. They notice that their speech is maybe slightly different due to any idiosyncrasies that they have. They are not going to hire them because it's a red flag. So regardless if you're teaching these people job skills, which we don't need most of the time, if you just grow up in society and you're educated, you typically have the skills required to be in the workplace. That's just a fact.
You mean for the neurotypicals, right?
Yes. If you go to high school and you go into post-secondary education for a degree, you already have the skills required to be in the workplace. So this idea that, we just need to teach them job skills and that this will help their community, this is ridiculous. We already have the skills, but they're choosing. The problem with employment is that these people are choosing not to employ us. It's a choice to be employed in this economy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They have to.
It is a choice, and I'm not. Here's the thing: I'm not working right now. I'm not, and that I guess that's a choice in of itself for me. But it's not even about that. It's about who these employers are choosing to pick. It's just like they see the same with people as like, oh, you can't do what I'm requiring you to do, so I'm just gonna cut you off. Like, no, give them a chance. Let them bring new ideas. It's this whole idea about traditional work and tradition in and of itself. Screw tradition for all I care. Yes, you need certain aspects of it, but come on, let people bring new ideas to the table. And that's what
Right.
makes me angry because I'm trying to like better myself and whatever, and it's like I'm being ignored because it's like I'm trying to bring new ideas to the table, and people are straight up like ignoring. So, oh, we don't have time for that. That's not how we teach music. That's not how we. It's not about that. Accept the new ideas that I'm trying to give you without looking at it and saying, oh well, that's not what we do here.
Exactly, and that's basically
Like,
what this is. Like it's new ideas that we're providing them, and really, it's quite concerning that they're just stuck on the neurotypical ideas because we have a lot of valuable information that really could change this world.
And you know
and
what?
people are
Mark
just being
Rober would
people are
never
just
bring you on. He would
people are
never
just
take
being
your point of view.
ignorant about it.
Well, of course he wouldn't. Like I mean,
He would
I
never
wouldn't
take me
want to.
on. He wouldn't take someone like you or me on who actually knows the issues and researches the issues that face our community. He'd never take us on. He would only take celebrities who don't even have autism, who
Right.
know nothing. I looked up Terry Crews and his relationship to autism, and the only thing I could find was a single Twitter post talking about how some autistic musician was able to find some success. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Another thing that makes me angry is that these parents post these videos of like they're making their kids seem to be like, oh, my kid likes to hug the mailman, like little things like that, like an everyday thing that neurotypicals do. When they see us do it, it's a whole nother like, oh, you did that. Like they it's dehumanizing. That's what it is.
Definitely.
It's dehumanizing
It's like
because
they
you're
reward us for
taking
the smallest things we do that are really easy to do,
and they're
and
like,
it's
oh,
like
you did that. Like, bro, like, be for real. Like, are you seriously gonna sit there and applaud me for doing something that a neurotypical does almost every day?
exactly, yeah. It's
And
like they
like,
think it's such a challenge for us. It's not.
And you know what? And you know what? We're never going to fix this issue of inequality in a capitalist framework. That's a fact because to an employer who has market interests, we are seen as red flags.
Hmm.
We are never going to be successful in this economic system because do you know what that is? That's apparently called socialism, which is ridiculous, of course. But
Right.
what I'm trying to say is we're never going to find a success in this economic system because we're seen as a liability, and we
A
always will be.
liability? Wait,
Yes, we will always be seen as a liability.
Because it is a disability, that's a fact. And
Yes,
when people see we have a disability, they tend to throw us under the bus. And it's not fair.
like it's not fair to us because it's like, oh well, we want to help you. You're not helping us by like ignoring us and like not listening to us. Like it's BS. I mean, come on. You just
oh
don't want
yeah,
to be
it's
called out
complete
for your
bullshit.
BS. You don't. You just want to sit there and say, "Oh well, I'm helping my kid be the best kid they can be." Well,
Yeah,
not when you're putting him in the
and
ABA. Not when you're saying, "Oh well, I don't like the way he does things." So I'm gonna try to make him as neurotypical as possible.
and you know what?
That's not how freaking biology works. That's not how the human brain works. If you understand biology and neurology, you would maybe pick up on like the hint that hello, we're not like you, but we try to be because that's what society tries to make us to be. I mean, come on.
And you know what? Mark Rober can sit there, and he's a very wealthy man. You can go look up his stats on Social Blade, or you can
Oh yeah,
go. He's very clearly a very wealthy man. So he
he's
can sit
making
there with
bank.
his autistic son, and he can sit there with the very wealthy people that sit there
Mhm.
that are going to join him on his silly show, which they're all very well known wealthy people. Terry Crews, Jacksepticeye. I mean,
And
Mr.
that's a
Beast.
good point.
These are very wealthy people, and they will never understand the struggles, and their
Never.
misunderstanding and their lack of understanding. They will
Because
never understand the issues.
the lack of knowledge and the lack of action, the lack.
They're
Trust.
uneducated, and they will
Yeah,
never bring people unlike me who actually knows what the fuck I'm talking about. And that makes me
exactly.
so fucking angry.
And,
Fuck
and
these
the thing,
people.
and it's nothing against them, like being neurotypical. Like there's nothing they can do about it. But at the same time, they're unable to realize that the struggle, the internal struggle, because
It's
as I
never
said,
going to because they are not autistic. They are freaking neurotypical.
and
Their
it's nothing
brains are
against
not
them. They just can't, and they shouldn't be representing us.
right.
So.
It's
It
it's
is.
it's the it's the misrepresentation. It's the misinformation. It's
Mhm.
the rumors and crap being spread about us. Like nothing about us without us. Like, come on. We're not saying that just to say it. We're not saying that as a slogan. We're not saying that as a campaign. Whatever. We're
I
saying it
mean,
because
literally
there's
at this point, it's like taxation without representation. That's basically not about us without us. That's what it is, basically. Like we're at that point now. Like it's like the British versus Americans. It really is.
I mean, we're not trying to bring you down, Marco. I
Yeah,
can't even speak today. We're not trying to bring you down. We're trying to bring attention and focus and attention to you. Just say hello. The charities you are donating to, having people donate to, they're not helping us. They are against us because the lack of representation and the misinformation being spread about it. Why support a charity and an organization that's promoting ABA, that's promoting eugenics for crying out loud? That shows me you didn't do enough research to fully
right.
try and understand. You didn't read between the lines of these missing statements. You're like, oh, next for autism, they're doing good. Just like people with autism speaks, they don't actually look beneath the surface of what these people are telling them. They see
And
what's on the surface.
I have to say, I give Mark a heck of a lot of credit for not doing Autism Speaks. If he had done Autism Speaks, I would have blown a fuse. Like this would have been a much different protest. So
I
I'm
mean, I can see if he like supported Asan, that it would be a whole well, we would have a celebration if they supported.
yeah, that's a great charity.
You
You
have to
know,
realize these people are wealthy, and they're uneducated, and they don't understand the struggles that we have,
Mhm.
and due to these facts, they will never be able to properly communicate what our problems are and understand them, right? Just the fact of them being non-autistic and wealthy, like for me at least, um, disqualifies them for even talking on behalf of us.
That's very true. And I will say for me, like I'm fortunate, like I'm going to have a low paying job, but I'm doing that by choice. Like I'm choosing to, like I could have a much higher paying job, but I'm choosing to like be a teacher and all that. Like so many people don't get that choice. They're like kind of forced into these minimum wage jobs. That these celebrities on this stream, they don't even imagine that. They don't even imagine what that could be
But,
like.
by the way, where's Mark Rober's son? By the way, I don't see him on the stream because I'm watching the stream. I don't see him anywhere.
Yeah,
I don't see him.
he's
Where is he?
he's not there.
Yeah, he's not there. Hey, Mark, where's your autistic son? I don't see him. Where the hell is he? That's the
That's
big
the other thing
question.
too. Like
What
they
the
should
hell
have
happened
like
to intellectual critical critical thought? Like I don't see any critical thought in regards to the stream. Not from you guys, but from the audience on their side. It's so frustrating.
yeah, everyone's saying like poggers and all that. It's so annoying.
It's sickening. It's revolting.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it's
Like
it, it's
like
sickening.
I'm literally watching this right now, and like 90% of the comments are just spam bots. It's messed up.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Really?
there was
I'm
like
not
a
even watching.
cat.
I'm not even watching the live chat because I'm already like my computer isn't gonna allow it. So I don't know what people are saying. That's crazy. Like, what in the actual heck is
They're
it
not
that
even
bad?
focusing on this video. Like at least you would be focusing on this video. Everyone's saying like cap, cap, cap. It's so annoying.
Okay,
At
they
least
keep
these are
doing.
actual comments that I'm getting.
That's
Except that
crazy.
Hey guys,
except that
I'm
I
gonna hop off now. I think I've said what
Hmm.
I've had to say in regards to to this topic. Sorry. I'm going to make an Instagram story and I'm gonna tag him. He's probably never gonna see it, but I want to see what
yeah.
happens. All right.
He didn't see mine when I tagged him. I mean, he wouldn't. I
No,
got 100 followers. Like he's not gonna notice me.
him and his stupid, uneducated celebrities.
Hmm.
That's what they are.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit, and they never will give a shit. I'm gonna call him out on it. And if I'm not effective, of course I'm not gonna be effective. You know what? And that's just too bad. That's just how it is. But fuck these people. I'm serious. And he had a few autistic people make these tiny little speeches on the stream so far, but I listened to them and they were completely irrelevant to the actual core root problems that are creating this absolutely unnecessary suffering.
Definitely.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you,
All
Brandon.
right.
I appreciate you.
All right.
Hey,
Hey.
yeah, I'm still here. I don't have to go to bed anytime soon. It's just actually like insane. It is
Yeah.
absolute. It drains me completely.
Well, it's sad. That's what it is. Like it's so sad because there was so much opportunity for Mark to like fix us and like do better at this.
I mean,
It was
I
really
don't even
easy.
understand like why he even started. This whole charity fundraiser, whatever. Like they were, there's this thing where people are like, oh, let's donate to this fundraiser without actually researching it and saying like, oh, is this actually what we're supposed to be donating to? I think they see Autism Speaks as like, oh, they're doing good for autism. Let's
Hmm.
donate to them. Like they're not going to the source. They're not going to the actual like autistic people, like the adults who know about this stuff, who experience this stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, we can do whatever, because we can. No, if
Hmm.
you actually take the time out and actually listen, which, you know, people are going to be people, society is society, you know, and it's draining again because it's like, why keep talking about it? You know what
Definitely.
I mean? I mean, I try to talk about it because it's important to me because I want people to see that autism isn't what you think it is. You know, it's not the
Definitely.
stereotypical crap you see in movies and TV and whatever. You have to go to these people. you don't write a movie or write a script and say, okay, I'm gonna write about this thing I have no idea about, I have no experience with.
Yeah,
Do your research for the people out here who are watching this, whatever. Just do your research. Actually talk to us. Take the time and effort to listen to us because we're tired. We're too tired. We've done this for forever, and we're sick of it. And something needs to give.
yeah,
Something has got to change. Because if
and
it doesn't, the same cycle is gonna continue going.
it's unfortunate because there was really a lot of opportunity here, as I mentioned.
Like, okay, I can, okay, for one, I could say this. If we had a chance to go back in time, I would tell him before he even started the fundraiser. Here's
Yeah,
a list of
before I even submitted the
organizations.
video, right?
You know,
Yeah,
here was a list of organizations by actual autistic people that you can like have people donate to, and here you go.
but
You know, man. I got a headache now. Like I woke myself up too much for this, but it's like we're trying to get you to at least understand, at least sympathize with us. You know, sometimes I just want to say I'm just done. I'm not gonna fight anymore. I'm not gonna continue doing this because it's pointless. To fight when people are just gonna continue carrying on with stereotypes and
unfortunately, we
whatever.
can't do that.
I
But
know. I'm not gonna stop fighting. I'm never gonna stop fighting. I'm not gonna do that. But I'm not gonna sit around and like try and force people to understand if they don't want to understand.
and it's
That's
like
fine.
sometimes we need a couple of days rest.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Huh?
I said sometimes we need a couple of days rest.
Yeah. So what's going on with the comments? Because I'm not looking at them. I don't know who's saying what. I don't know.
Oh, the Mark Rober comments.
Seriously?
The you mean the comments on the video?
Yeah.
Guillermo, what's Guillermo doing? Oh my god, that this pisses me off. They keep saying no cap again. It's outrageous. Like, what does that even mean? Well, I know what that means, but like, how is that relevant to this conversation? Oh, okay, I see what they're doing. That makes a little more
Mm-mm.
sense now.
Well, I am actually about to like get off here because I know it's like 7:40 over here.
That's
Oh
pretty early.
man. What is with people? Hold on.
I just don't get it. Do I have any more questions for you? Let me think. I think I'm running out of questions.
I don't have any questions. I just have statements. I'm just saying what's on my mind because
Yeah,
you know for anybody out here, which I don't think anyone's even watching this at this point, but
we got two
I
watching.
just I just want people to see that we matter, just like Black Lives Matter and whatever.
Oh
Disabled
yeah,
people
here's
lives
one of my
matter.
questions. Why do you think Mark Rober didn't listen to any of us when we reached out against him?
Huh?
Like, don't you think he should have listened to us if he like really cared? It kind of shows that he doesn't care, right?
He is by deleting no comments,
That's
deleting
true.
artistic comments. Whenever we try to like point out stuff, we're pointing this out for a reason. We're not just saying this just to say it. We're
Right.
pointing it out because we've been trying to bring, not awareness, attention to these neurotypicals out here. Like, we're not seeing you as a subspecies here. We're seeing you because we're human, and we're trying to get you to understand this is not the way to go about it. We're
Yeah,
giving you
and it's not the way
information.
we want to do it, right? And like,
Right, we're
if you
giving
really cared,
you
you would do it how we would want to do it, right?
Right, we're out here giving you information. We're out here trying to provide you articles, and you're just
Yes.
blowing us off like, oh well, I'm just gonna continue carrying on with whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, we don't want your child to suffer through intensive therapy by
Yeah.
making them pretend to be neurotypical,
Like I would
but
feel so bad if I found out they were doing ABA. Like that would really make me mad. Yeah, the whole situation is just unfortunate.
I'm actually about to like sign off here in a minute, but I just want to leave this final note. Please, anybody out there, just listen to us. Just hear us out. Don't ignore us. Don't leave us on the back burner. Actually take the time and effort to learn about our differences and learn to slowly accept them as we go and move forward as
Yeah.
a society. That's all we ask for.
And it's really interesting because I was having a conversation with some black adults a couple weeks ago, and they were like, "Yeah, we don't want to educate people for free because they can do it themselves." And it's
I
the same
know
case
we care about your kid. We care about the kids who are getting diagnosed now.
here.
Because people are like, oh, well, ABA is the gold standard. No, ABA sucks. ABA needs to be banned. ABA needs to be stripped away out of society.
It does.
Like, it's,
Well, it's I don't know.
I'm actually gonna sign off. It was nice being here. I wasn't really expecting to be on the live actually,
Yeah.
but
Well, I really appreciate you coming on.
I'm happy to be here. But I'm gonna get off here. I thank you for quote unquote inviting me.
Yeah.
But it was nice being on here. I'm hoping by May or June I can do a collaboration with you, Stephanie Bethany, Francesca, and
Hmm.
one more person, and actually get down to the nitty gritty about this stuff and actually figure out what we need to do now as a
Wait, is this a
autistic
separate
community.
collab in the making? I haven't heard of this.
Huh?
I haven't heard of this. Is this something you're planning or like?
Yeah, I'm planning on doing it sometime in May or June. I sent Stephanie Bethany a date. I say around June 4th at 4 o'clock, but that date could change at any time.
Okay. Well, yeah,
So,
I'm down. I mean, my job doesn't start for a couple months.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm down. Um, yeah, I'm interested in that. By the way, the collab I have is going to be May 19th at 6 p.m.
Hmm.
6 p.m. my time, so I don't know what time that is your time.
I joined, I think it's Central Time for me because I joined at 6:30 today.
Okay, so it'll be at 5 p.m. your time.
Okay.
May 19th at 5 p.m. I'd love to have you on.
Yeah, well, send me a message in Messenger about
Well,
what it's
I'll keep
about.
you in the loop about it in the group chat. So yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on, Kishana.
You too.
Bye. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna end it here because there's only one watching and like no more guests are coming on. But yeah, guys, I'm signing off. Hopefully you enjoyed this and hopefully you learned a lot. And please don't support someone doing this, please. So yeah, I'm gonna sign off for now. Thank you.